Right, I hope those multiplication ones went well for you. Division next. Division is going to follow the exact same pattern as the multiplication ones, so I'm probably going to not do as many examples or talk a little bit faster. Okay, so if you need to pause the video, let your teacher know if I'm going too fast. So a division question. Let's go with some different letters this time. Actually, let's go with z to the power of 10, and I'm going to divide it by z to the power of 2. Now remember, when we were multiplying indices, we added the powers. Division is the inverse of multiplication, so we're going to do the inverse of addition. So what I'm going to do here is, instead of adding the powers, I'm going to subtract the powers from each other. So it's 10 to the power, 10 take away 2, so it's z to the power of 8. And if you're thinking, why would you take away the powers, etc., well, very quickly, z to the power of 10 is z times itself 10 times. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's 10 of them. I can write division as a fraction, so it's like this. It was divided by z to the power 2, which is z times z. When I'm dividing, I think I want to divide top and bottom by the same thing. I can divide the top by z, so I'd end up cancelling z's like that. I could divide it by another z, and that's all these z's at the bottom gone. So I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's my z to the power of 8. Key thing for you is you just subtract the powers, that's it. So let's look at a slightly harder example. Let's go for z to the power of 12 divided by z to the power of minus 3. So I know I need to subtract these powers because the base values are the same, and it's division. So it's 12 take away a minus 3. So be very careful again with your negatives. Make sure you're including them. When I've got two negatives together like this, they actually make a positive. So I end up with z to the power of 15. What I suggest you do is, please take down that example. So pause the video now. Right, you've had a chance to take that down, so let's look at one more example on these. Let's go for z to the power of minus 12 divided by z to the power of minus 3. I'm going to follow the exact same pattern. It's division, so I'll have to subtract these two. So it's minus 12 subtract a minus 3. Now pause, I don't want to do too much now in my head, probably make a mistake. I've got these two negatives next to each other, so they're going to combine to make a positive. Minus 12 plus 3, I'm £12 in debt, somebody gives me £3, so now I'm only £9 in debt, minus 9. And lastly, like we had with the multiplication, we can have numbers in front of these variables. So if I've got 20 e to the power of 11 divided by 4 e to the power of 5. Well, if you remember back to our multiplication, we're going to deal with these separately. So I can have 20 divided by 4. And I'll have e to the power of 11 divided by e to the power of 5. 20 divided by 4 is 5. I need to subtract the powers because it's division. So it's 11 take away 5. So my answer is 5 e to the power of 6. Can you make sure you've got all three of those examples down for division? Be careful of any negatives, so make sure you write down the full calculation. Do not try and do it in your head. It's very easy to go wrong in these negatives. Good luck on your exercise next, guys. Thank you.